These are things that you are already familiar with. Types of methodology. There are mainly three types of methodology that students or researchers use in conducting research. The first one is the qualitative method, which is particularly common and highly used by emerging researchers, but even advanced researchers still use the qualitative method. So don't shy away and say that, okay, well, I'm not very uh, impressed by the qualitative method. I want to use the more advanced quantitative method. No, even advanced researchers still use qualitative methods. And qualitative methodology is characterized by certain things such as conducting interviews, doing case studies, conducting ethnographical studies. So these are methodological approaches that fall under the qualitative method. But if you're good in mathematics, if you're good in statistics, if you have access to some research tools such as SPSS and others, you may want to conduct a study using quantitative methodology. Now, unfortunately, now this is an important explanation. There is an increased bias among particularly publishers, even in social sciences. They want studies that are being conducted on whether in politics, economics, or conflict to adopt quantitative methodology. They say that this is the best methodology that is more reliable. But in reality, if you're just an emerging researcher, doing studies that are very much quantitative is not very easy. That's the truth. So that's one of the obstacles you're likely to face if you try to publish, especially in high quality journals and forums. But as I've said, if you just study quantitative methodology, it's something that is manageable. Mostly it includes things like using surveys, experiments, and statistical analysis. Again, another common methodological approach is the mixed method approach. This mixed method basically combines qualitative and quantitative method, because we have realized over the years that it is difficult to only rely on one methodology. So say, okay, well, I'm only going to conduct a qualitative study. As I've said, at the early stages of your research, you can rely on qualitative method alone. But over time, as you mature into the field, as you become an expert, you want to also include some elements of quantitative data and quantitative methodology.